Hey everyone, this is Keely from Orbital Events in San Diego, and I'm here today meeting virtually with Sans. Can you introduce yourselves for our viewers?
Yeah, sure. You want to go first?
I'm Brandon. I sing and play guitar. I also play drums, mostly recording. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm Nina. I play bass and I also write the lyrics most of the time.
Nice. So where are you guys from?
Right now, we're located back in San Diego. When we first started our band, we were playing in San Diego because this is our hometown, this is where we're from. And then recently, after we formed, we moved to Portland, Oregon, and we lived there for quite some time, just up until early this year. And now we're back home in San Diego.
Nice. And how would you describe your sound to someone who's just stumbling upon this interview and hasn't heard you guys before?
I'd say sunshiny, garage rock, melodic, punchy, drum driven. What about you?
Yeah, just kind of crunchy, kind of surfy, garage rock, kind of Southern California feel to it.
With some punky undertones, but still like a generally very happy vibe.
Awesome. How long have each of you been playing music?
I've been playing since I was a kid, maybe 15 or 16 years now. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't really grow up with music in my family, so I kind of started like a lot later than other people. I was always, kind of around musicians and like other people who played music. I was like really drawn to it, and it wasn't until like after I graduated high school that I came to Brandon. I was like, "Can you please like teach me bass? I really want to learn bass." And he was like, "Okay, I'll do it." And he taught me bass, and I've just been, crafting it, learning every day ever since. So I've gotten super into it since then. But yeah, it's never too late to learn.
Yeah, for real. And who are your biggest music inspirations?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'd say like I really love like a lot of the surf rocky garage bands from kind of like early 2000, like 2008 2010s. I really love Waves, Ty Segall, Fiddler, a lot of like older Fiddler stuff, Skeggs, Swimmers, and we both really like a lot of like 60s garage rock too, like the Sonics and Paul Revere and the Raiders. What about you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're both into most all of those bands. A lot of the like more recent garage rock bands and stuff are a big influence on us. A lot of the 60s stuff, a lot of old kind of more garagey Beatles stuff, like Taxman and Twist and Shout and um, Helter Skelter, stuff like that, along with, yeah, the Sonics, other bands from the 60s and throughout kind of the 70s, late 70s, like no wave era over in like New York. A lot of stuff in England and East Bay kind of throughout the 80s and 90s. I was super into Green Day when I was a kid. That was the first band I ever got really into, and they've had a very lasting impact on me, and were kind of the reason I got into playing music in the first place. So yeah.
Awesome. If you could collaborate with any musician or group, local or from history or just current, anyone who's your inspiration that you would love to play with, who would it be?
I mean, can I just say my favorite artist?
Yeah.
I guess it kind of hits two birds with one stone because he is from San Diego. I love Waves, so I would say Nathan Williams from Waves personally.
uh, there's a band in Portland um, that we found when we were up there that I've been really into for a long time. Not really the same kind of genre. They've got kind of a 60s Tame Impala kind of feel going, but they're called Shadowgraphs. Really amazing band who just puts their whole heart and soul into their music, and they're really great, and I would love to collaborate with them.
Awesome. Can you take us through briefly what your creative process looks like when you are coming up with your songs?
So usually, I mean, it changes over time, and we've been playing music together for a while since I started teaching her bass a few years back. And it's kind of changed and evolved, but um, the aspects that have kind of stayed the same are we just kind of do it on impulse. Usually when we're together, we were living together in Portland, and we did a lot of writing there, just kind of middle of the night, kind of just playing guitar or writing some lyrics or something, and just kind of inspiration strikes and just kind of go with it, and just spend hours like until the morning writing and just tweaking stuff and having fun with it.
Always sitting on the floor while doing it, and probably pissing off all of our neighbors upstairs and downstairs.
We had this little kind of dining room alcove thing. We were in like a big old 30s apartment building, but we had this kind of like alcove in the very corner of the building, not only our room, but it was the corner of the building. So we would kind of like push all of our music stuff out there so that when we played, it wouldn't completely piss off everyone else around us, and we would get a few less noise complaints. But it was nice. We were usually able to play pretty late because we tend to write stuff really late at night for some reason, not too creative during the day.
If you're not pissing off your neighbors, are you even doing it right?
Definitely not.
But yeah, no, I think it's like scientifically proven that people are more creative late at night. Like,
really?
Yeah, I heard like a study on it like a while back. I don't know.
We're also like night owls anyways. Like for some reason we just like don't go to sleep until like 4 a.m. and just wake up on that deadbeat schedule.
Same here. Although for me, like I barely get sleep. Like I go to bed at 4 and then I wake up at like 8. So
oh no.
Yeah, literally. I'm just like no sleep. Yeah.
That happened to me last night and I'm honestly dead from it, so I can't imagine. I was lucky enough to get a job right now where I don't have to get up super early, so it kind of allows me to maintain that just awful sleep schedule.
Nice.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah, our writing process is just very, symbiotic. We've been like, we're best friends and we've been writing music together for so long. It just feels super natural. It's just, we can be super open with each other, like lyrically wise, and like what we want out of themes and stuff like that. So guitar and lyrics always, kind of comes first, and then I'll, find a bass line that complements the guitar really well, and then, drums always come last, because that's a little bit harder to do at like 2-3 in the morning.
Drums were the first instrument I started playing when I was really young, and so our writing style kind of in the beginning actually involved more like bass and drums, but over the years I've kind of transitioned more over to guitar with our music, at least, and the drums I kind of just put together in my head and then kind of solidify them or come up with a actual drum part, like when we end up recording or when we end up playing a show. We usually get a friend, somebody else that we know, to play drums for us, depending on where we are. Usually have someone tag along to play drums for us, so that I can be up front playing guitar.
So speaking of like playing, so do you have like a favorite show that you've ever played?
So many good ones. I would say in Portland, one of our favorite shows that we've played, or my personal favorite, was at this really amazing basement venue called Rat Kingdom. And it was just like the most poppin' place. Just so many people came out, so many good people, and it was just the best vibes. And we had our little, last summer we had our like DIY tour kickoff show there, and it was just so many people, so many friends, and it was just such a great time. But I'd definitely say in San Diego, we would throw this little festival every summer, obviously not this summer, called Bean Fest at my friend's place. And it was just a freaking great time. We would bring like a piñata at the end of our set, and we would have everyone just take turns in the middle of the last song just bashing the piñata as hard as they could. Like I had like the bass like around me, and Brandon was still playing guitar, and we put like candy and like little shot bottles in it, and it was just such a good time.
It was great. I love those shows. I danced so hard I broke my ankle at one of those.
Oh, wow.
A lot of fun. But yeah, the Rat Kingdom place she was talking about up in Portland is amazing. The kind of underground music community in Portland is great, and that place just kind of the epitome of all of that kind of coming together. It's a great place.
So if you could set up a show with other local artists, you know, either from Portland or San Diego, who would you pick to be in that lineup?
Oh my God, I've thought about this so much.
She does a lot of booking, most of the booking for our shows. So I'm sure she's a lot of things.
Yeah, I love setting up shows too. Oh my God, okay. Is it okay if it's like a really long festival?
Yeah, totally, yeah.
Okay, so the headliners would obviously be like, you know, higher up there, like my favorite artists, Waves, Beach Goons, then some other artists from Portland would be like UVs, Shadowgraphs, the band that we were talking about, Bruce, which that stands for Burn Rapists Until Crispy and Enjoy.
Nice.
And then maybe some San Diego bands. I love Strawberry Army, Deathlands from LA.
Nice.
Deathlands is great.
Verum, I think they used to be called Foxtail. Chalk Talk, Rain on Fridays, Renters, Blue Nights. Just, man, that would be just such a great show. That would be, I'm dreaming.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds like a great show. I'd love to go to that one.
I think you covered it.
Oh, did I already say Strawberry Army?
Yeah, I think you
yeah,
did.
they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are down like to like do some like actual collaborating on making a show like that happen, like that would be sick.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah, like eventually, you know, when we get back to
yeah,
it.
we've been counting down the days.
Well,
there's no way to really count, but we've been
right. Yeah,
we've been wearing our masks as much as possible to try to help. But yeah, we should get everyone to play like on a rooftop, and then everyone down below is like socially distanced and
yeah,
streaming about it.
that's a good idea. But hey, like, what have been some of the challenges you've faced because of the quarantine and everything, and not really being able to play shows? How have you been adapting to that?
Well, playing shows has always kind of been our big thing. Like, we only have one song that we've put out so far, and is semi on purpose. Just kind of, I don't know, trying to keep a little bit of the mystery of it, and just play shows and kind of get the word out through that, and kind of, I don't know, make that the focus of it. And we just absolutely love playing shows. That's our favorite thing to do with music. But it's really given us an opportunity to take, it's kind of forced us, but given us an opportunity to take the focus a little bit away from the shows and work more on recording and mixing. We've been doing a lot of recording lately, and I mix all of our stuff, so I've been working really hard on that. We have a lot of new stuff coming that we recorded back about a year ago in Portland at this place, Singing Sands up there. We've recorded it all, and we've just kind of been taking time to go through it, mix it, make it all sound great. The first one from that is the single we have out right now called For the Summer. But there's definitely more coming soon, and I think we're actually planning on heading back up there in the next few weeks to add some of the new songs that we've recorded to the mix. But yeah,
Yeah,
very
just
excited about that.
piggybacking off of like
Yeah.
what you said about just quarantine in general, I feel like going to live shows was such like a pivotal thing, not only for like our music but also like our own lives. Like we just loved going to live shows and like supporting like music scenes and stuff, even if it, you know, wasn't a show that we were playing. Like that's how, you know, what we did with our friends and like how we met new people, and it just like gave us such a community to be a part of. And now that that's kind of gone, it's a little bit of a bummer, but it does, you know, give you a lot more time to like reflect on things, and also just, you know, get all of those songs that we were playing out and actually, like Brandon said, like sitting down and actually recording them, because I think we have, you know, just wanted to just have fun and play shows and didn't really, you know, think about the recording aspect. But it's been really good. Yeah, like he said, we're super excited about all the new stuff that we've written since like the lockdown. And we're really excited to release all of those, and we're probably going to release them like as singles very soon, hopefully soon.
Awesome. So if y'all could pick a director to direct a music video for you, who would it be? Can be anyone.
So is my budget like 10 million? I would do Wes Anderson.
Okay, yeah, no, that's awesome. Like, yeah.
He's the best director in the world, in my opinion.
There's two people. One of them is someone who's actually directed a music video for me and another guy who I play music with. Her name's Remy Holwick. She works out of New York, but she's an amazing director and photographer, and does amazing things. We made a music video with her a while back, but it actually never got released. It was a great video, and hopefully maybe we could do something with her at some point. Her or I love the style of Hedi Slimane, the designer for a fashion company called Celine, that I ended up modeling with him over the last few years over in Paris. And he's done amazing things with kind of, I don't know, working music into fashion and kind of that whole world. And his anything he does with photography and film, he started with photography and film and stuff, so anything he does with that is fantastic, and that would definitely be a dream.
Awesome. And what have you been listening to lately?
A lot of different songs. I've been just going back into like a nostalgia trip lately, honestly. I've been listening to a lot of like 2009 like Bass Drum of Death, and like old like 2008 like Together Pangea, just like all the oldies, just kind of going back on that. Also listening to like a little bit of like Courtney Barnett too. Yeah, what about you? I know.
Been really into Beach Goons lately. They, I know, always been kind of into them, but kind of dived real deep recently. Them and old wave stuff. Yeah, those are the two big ones right now.
Pretty much like a lot of all of these artists' songs, like before they had any money to get like good recording equipment, just like the super fuzzed out vocals, just horrible quality. I love that so much.
So what would be, are you like a no label person, or would you like, if you could be on any record label, what label would you pick? Or would you be like no label? Like,
honestly, I don't know. It really depends, I guess, like what label would potentially come to us.
What's the name of the one?
Oh, Tender Loving Empire. Tender Loving Empire is
Yeah.
a really good record label in Portland. I heard that they treat their artists just really well. Give them like a really good cut of their profits, like really helps them out and like understands them. And I heard they just have like better contracts and everything. They're much more of like they're very like local and sustainable, like more local to Portland and just kind of like more kind-hearted in that way. At least that's what I've heard.
Yeah. Also, or were you still?
Oh, I mean, I was just gonna say I'm not really like dead set on this like on labels. I think that's such like an old school thing that you just don't really need anymore. But what were you saying?
If I was to go with one, the guys from Swimmers, band up in Northern California, really great band, that I actually got to know through the modeling stuff with that guy Hetty and Celine. They have a label called Uncool Records, and it's a great label, and they have some fantastic bands on there, and they do amazing festivals and stuff all around. And the guys who run it, the guys in Swimmers, are super nice people, very compassionate, great people. So I would definitely, if I was to go with the label, it would definitely be something like that, something like Tender Loving Empire or Uncool Records, something very kind of grassroots, sort of down to earth kind of thing.
Okay. And where do you have your music out now?
Oh, we have it on Spotify, and we have a music video on YouTube, and also Apple Music, and just, yeah, everywhere, all streaming platforms.
Cool. Do you have any announcements you'd like to make before we sign off?
Our singles are gonna come soon.
Yeah, so the mixing on that is going on right now, and we have a great mastering engineer who I've been working with, and we're working to get those songs out as soon as possible, hopefully within the next few weeks here. So yeah, new stuff up very soon. But in the meantime, check out the single that we have up right now called For the Summer. It's kind of about, I don't know. Oh, Nina wrote the vocals, or the lyrics. Yeah. Maybe she should be the one to kind of explain what the vibe
the place is. Where the single cover's picture was taken was just this spot that me and Brandon and like other friends would just spend so many like lazy, drawn out summer days. Just, I had like a old 80s Volvo station wagon. We would just pop open the back and like watch all the palm trees and the sunset and just chain smoke and drink.
Hey, real quick, I actually have an 80s Volvo station wagon.
Really?
Oh
yeah, it's
what
from
color?
87. Yeah.
What color?
Like cream.
Oh my god!
No.
That was his!
No.
Oh my god,
I had an 89 cream station wagon. The 89 and the 87 ones look almost identical.
I know, yeah.
I lost it a few years back. The registration was out, and somebody called the cops and they just towed it away. It's gone forever. It was tragic. I can't like think about it without tearing up.
Wow.
And now they're like $10,000 because everyone wants to use them in their like indie student films and stuff. So cherish yours, really.
Yeah, no, it's I love my car, yeah.
And
if you ever want to get rid of it,
okay.
Start like a Volvo enthusiast club. Only 80s station wagons.
Definitely.
But yeah, it was just about just being in that car. Mine was like a 1983 blue one, and it was so cool. It was from 1983, and it had automatic windows. It was like so luxurious.
Wow.
We actually have a song that's gonna be released about the titled
Volvo 82.
Yeah, so
it's about getting drunk and crashing it.
Did that ever happen?
Yep, that's how it's happened.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the place on the cover, without giving any specifics, because we really like that little spot. It's kind of a little place over in Encinitas, or a little south of Encinitas. Just really beautiful overlook over the ocean. It's a great place if anyone knows the area over there.
Yeah, just about those, I know summer's kind of over now, but just about, lazy, drawn out days, just having fun and just nostalgia and, feeling like you're at home.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to answer these questions. So if you want to hear some of Sam's music, you can find them on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, or any of the streaming platforms. And you can find them on Instagram as well. I'll put them, the links in the description. Thanks for tuning in. Keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Bye.